Hey everybody, I want to do a video on how to set up TC2000 for what I think is the most functional day trading setup. Now, there's literally 100 different ways that you can set this up, but what I this is the layout that I use in the room at TrickTrades.com, screen share, and show everyone the trades I'm looking at. So basically, I'm going to show you how to build this. And the reason why I like this is that you have your 1 minute charts, which is your main focus, and you always got to keep a watch on the daily chart. But you don't necessarily need a huge daily chart. You just want to see the last few days, and you should be going through and marking out support and resistance that morning or the night before to show you whereabouts your key levels are. So I do want to get into it here. So to start a new layout, let's go down here. We'll just start with the one chart. Show you how to completely do it right from scratch, okay? So this is kind of TC2000 standard setup. So we're going to have to build a chart. So go into charts. Now I have preloaded charts I've already built, but I'll show you how to build a chart. So just start with your blank chart. So let's build a chart here. I love TC2000 because now they have uh, shaded pre-market, which is just great. Okay, so you come up here. Let's go to price and style. One color. I'll go open versus close. Up bar is green, down bar is red, of course. I leave my up bars unfilled. And make sure you use open versus close, not net change, okay? You got to click these. These are yesterday's close and then today's open line. Now, those are really important because it shows support and resistance. Now, I like to change that to yellow. Always have the bid and ask because that'll show you your bid and ask price on the side of the chart. And then we'll go to pre and post data. I always keep it on, always. I like to change this to purple. I like to make it really stand out. It's a preference thing, right? I change this to make it nice and dark. I leave this unboxed, unchecked, because then you'll get dual color candles. If you check this, it'll just be singular color. Okay, so that's done. Shoot, I gotta go back in. Sorry, folks. Color and grid. I take these grids right off. I like a clean chart. Okay. Now I leave it black. You can go in and you can put on. You can see how there's a gradient if you want. You can make it any color you want. Scaling, edit, plots, comparisons. Okay, and that's all. That all looks good to me. Now we need to add some indicators. Okay, let's go to the 1 minute. So these are the indicators I use. Okay, now you don't need a whole bunch of crap on your chart. Keep it simple. VWAP. Okay, so use VWAP. Go in. I like it at dash line. Go to edit. There we go. Now we'll get a couple moving averages in there. Exponential 9. Got to click on that. Okay. I like to keep this purple, purpley pink. And I use the 50 EMA on my intraday charts. The 50 and the 9, those are the two most important. And then I change this. Where is it? I usually have it saved, but we'll just go with that for now. That's fine. So Now you have your basic chart. Now you're going to want to put in some volume, right? So we got to go in here and we got to use volume. Volume is actually the most important indicator and is something that is probably the most overlooked. Now you have your base chart, okay? You got a nice clean looking chart. Previous close is on there. Now that's going to show your previous close, whether there's with pre-market, because I leave pre-market data on. That's how I like my VWAP. I recommend you do the same. Okay, and I want to show you what it looks like with pre-market data on. Like I said, I like it nice and clear, nice and dark, so that I can see that where the difference is. So okay, now we got this. Now we got to move this. Okay. Now let's just get rid of this one. I should have just replaced it, but that's fine. There. Now we have one chart. All right. Now let's duplicate, right? So then we want to add this, right? It's fine. Now we got it like this. Let's duplicate this one again. So go up here into this little drop down arrow. Duplicate, and then you got to hit this little crosshair, right? And move down here. And now let's do it on this side. Do it again. Duplicate one more time because we like to watch 4 charts. 4 charts is our main charts, okay? There. Okay, so now we have 4 charts. But every time we type in a ticker, they all pop up. Well, you got to unclick these, okay? Let's keep them unlinked, and we'll have to link them later, but I'll show you here. Okay, so now I want to build a daily chart. A daily chart, I use different indicators and make sure to save them too. Okay, so I guess I should have shown you that, but just go in and click this save button, right? Save chart. And then you can name it whatever you want. I already have it saved. I'm not going to do that. So now let's build a daily chart, and I'm going to show you how I build my daily charts. They're a little bit different. So again, we'll start with a blank chart, okay? So go in here. Let's unlink this right off the hop. And now let's build it. Back color, I use a dark blue. Actually, sorry, black with the dark blue gradient. Okay. I take off all my grid lines. Like I said, I like a nice clean chart. Pre and post market, it doesn't matter, right? Because this is a daily chart, it's not going to show. So price and style, open versus close. This information won't necessarily matter either for a daily chart, right? I don't know why I did that. That's all right though. Okay. Okay, we got a nice blue chart. I like to keep them different, and I'll show you why. It draws your eye a different way. It just helps. So let's change this to daily. Okay. Now we got a base daily chart. Let's get our volume on there first. Okay. Volume's, like I said, the most important. So let's throw on volume. Done. Then you just kind of move this down. Because I mean, on the daily chart, I mean, as long as you can see what this is, and then it puts a moving average of 50, the 50 period, that's fine. Just leave it on that. As long as you know, you kind of keep it the same, and it'll give you an idea whether it's a average volume above or below average volume. So now, oh, I gotta put on get rid of these gradients, or grid lines, sorry. I can't stand grid lines. So now we'll go in and we'll add some moving averages, okay? Now, the moving averages that I use are the exponential 9, right? Now let's get to that pink, okay? Then I use the 50 simple moving average, not the EMA, but the SMA, okay? And we can leave this one purple like that. And then one more. I use the most common, the most widely used, and that's something that's very important. And I'm going to change this to red. I like this one to really stand out. Boom. There we go, folks. That is the daily chart that I use. I'll even throw on might as well throw it on. So just add another exponential 9. That's fine. And then we'll go into and we'll edit it. And I use the 5. Leave that kind of green, and I go dashed on this one. Okay. Dotted, sorry. There. I do it like this just to keep it a little bit different. I like the 5 because the 5 period is extremely short term. That'll let you know if that really short term trend is intact or not. Okay. It's just a lot of swing traders will use it, so it's something that I will use as well. I like keeping these moving averages separated by dotted and dashed, except for the 5, and I know that that can be kind of confusing, but that's just how I do it. The simple moving averages I keep dashed. There we go. So now you have a basic daily chart. So where do we want to put this? Okay. Now you save it too, right? So save chart, put a name for it, right? Call it whatever you want. Now we got to move this. There we go. And like I said, I don't know why the grid lines are on this one. We'll take those off. There we go. So the reason why I keep it just nice and small is because what I'm watching, if I'm in a trade in the morning, I want to see where this is dipping down to support to see proper support levels, and this just kind of puts things into perspective. Okay, so we got to duplicate this chart because we need a few more of them, right? Get this moved over. Okay. And then we need to duplicate again. Have it to the out. I keep my daily charts on the outsides. And duplicate one more time. Okay, folks, and then you got to make sure. Okay, it's all okay. Now, sorry, that's not it. So let's go. Let's make this red, red, because you want these two to be linked, right? So this is what I was in a trade on this on Friday. I caught the breakdown of 108 and caught it for a nice ride down. And this is why I like having the daily chart up. So we don't know how far back these are actually going to pull back for us. Well, we're shorting them or going long. It doesn't matter. We don't know. So we can see our moving averages. So if this is selling off and it kind of broke, you see this little top tail here on this chart. Once it broke that, now you got a pretty good idea. Where's the next spot? Here. Now look where it stopped. Right at it, right? So it gives you an idea where these stocks are actually going to stop or where they could bounce from. You gotta be able to see your daily chart. Now some people will just keep it tabbed and they'll go back and forth. I don't recommend that. I recommend having it open. Having it open so that you can see it. It's not like it takes up a lot of room, right? And you can even minimize this more if you really wanted to, and just keep it so then you can see the only the last couple of candles, and that's fine. You just want to see the current action, right? The action of the last few days on the daily chart. Now, of course, there's more there's important other levels, right? But you can mark these with horizontal lines and trend lines, and then when you're zoomed in, you'll be able to see that those trend lines and horizontal lines if they pop up into your action zone. So we'll get these linked. But it's pretty easy with TC2000, and that's what we use at TrickTrades.com. It's a charting platform that I recommend for people to use because it's cheap, guys. It's cheap for if you get the gold package. I wouldn't necessarily recommend the silver package because you can't use trend lines, and you gotta be able to use trend lines. And their gold package is uh, 29.99, I believe, and then with live data, it comes out to like I don't know, $40 or $45 or something a month. Like that's cheap for beautiful charts. They're quick charts. They're fast. They're responsive. They're beautiful. I'll post a code for you as well. Now I am a TC2000 affiliate, and I'm not necessarily trying to push it on you. I really don't care if you guys get it or not, but it will save you $25. So that's why I joined up for these affiliate programs just to kind of pass on some savings on to you guys. Um, so yeah, I mean that's what I have for you. Just this is I have a bunch of different setups. You know, I got my other monitor here. I've got that's my main one, right? And this is another one. This is another setup. Like maybe you would like this one a little bit more with a bigger daily chart, right? You still have your four charts, right? Your four intraday charts, and then you also have your daily charts down here, right? So I've got a couple different setups. This is one that's pretty commonly used as well. This is my where I do my trade recaps. Is how I do my trade recaps each and every day at TrickTrades. And then my what I just call swing trading. It just has my daily chart with the moving averages that I use, as well as a bunch of scans that I use. So, and then you can come down here, sorry, come down here to this tab. You know, you can open up a billion of these things if you wanted to. Just right click on it, and then you can rename. Okay, you can rename it whatever you want, right? So that's what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions on anything I did, if I went over it a little bit too quickly, that's fine. Just let me know in chat, or sorry, in the comment box below, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm doing these free lessons. Normally, I charge for stuff like this, and they're only this type of information that I do. This is stuff I do for my members. I run a chat service. So the payment for this is a like, a share, and a subscribe. That's what I ask for. Nothing in life is free. You got to pay it forward, pass it on. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, guys, and come check out TrickTrades.com. I'll leave all information in the box below. Adios.